let's go to the book. Again, this is Jocko Weider, and the book is called Stalingrad: Memories of Hell. After meticulous preparations of gigantic proportions, the Russians, with their overwhelmingly superior armor and cavalry forces, attacking like lightning from the north and the following day from the east, pressed our entire Sixth Army into an iron vice. Within 3 days, the encircling ring was closed at Kalach on the Don and constantly reinforced. Stunned, we stared at our situation maps, on which menacing thick red lines of encirclement and arrows showed the enemy attacks, penetrations, and directions of advance. We had never imagined a catastrophe of such proportions to be possible. The mighty wedges of the Russian armored columns could not be stopped, and a myriad of highly mobile cavalry troops increased the muddle and confusion in the rear of the bloody, rent front of the army. So, obviously I skipped a little bit moving into this point, but at this point they're completely surrounded, like I said, cut off, and the Russians are applying the pressure. The enemy appeared to be systematically evading our blows and to be withdrawing into the depths of Russia. So this is he's kind of reflecting back on how they ended up there. And he says the enemy appeared to be systematically evading our blows and to be withdrawing into the depths of Russia. This is what the Russians do. It's what they did in Napoleon in 1812. And they're doing it again here. And back to the book, taken as a whole, this was a masterpiece of general staff thinking. Today, I am convinced that those withdrawals of Russian forces during the summer of 1942 were an outstanding enactment of traditional Russian war tactics. So Hitler got lured in, and they didn't pay attention. They didn't reflect on history. And as most people know, this was also Hitler opening another front and trying to fight on multiple fronts at the same time, which goes against a certain law of combat called prioritize and execute. Focus your forces on your most important thing and then move on. Hitler gets an F on prioritize and execute.